Okay, we've dropped the swag for this episode. We've just gone back to me looking normal. Okay, you happy with that? No disappointment the swag hat's gone? It's only down there, but it's a long way now. In truth, she had looked for... Oh, hang on. We accidentally skipped a line, didn't we? Looking at the hearth of her room, Sarah was reminded of the little servant she had seen before. In truth, she had looked for the girl earlier, but had been unable to spot such a person anywhere in the school. If not for the disagreement with her listeners, Sarah might have thought she had imagined her. I was going to say, hang on a second. Sarah understood that it would cause disruption if she barged into the kitchen to ask questions. She only had one bridge to rely on. Mariette, who is that little girl who makes the fires? Ah, Mademoiselle Sarah, you might well ask that poor little one. She had just recently been taken on as a scullery maid, though scullery is the least of it. She is sent to do every task that no one else wants. There are worse tasks than doing fires, aren't they? Unless it's sort of... Unless we're going into, like, you know, cleaning the toilets sort of poorness. She blacks the boots and grates. She carries the coal and scuttles up and down stairs. She scrubs the floors and windows. Yeah, okay, that doesn't sound brilliant. I think she had not had enough to eat for years. She is older than her height would tell, and so timid. If I tried to speak to her, her little eyes looked to pop right out of her head. What is her name? I hear that called often enough. Becky do this, Becky do that. Becky. In like the 18... Becky? Not Rebecca? Ugh. Common muck! Ugh. Everyone below stairs orders her about. Becky. If life were a story, Becky might be the ill-used heroine. Perhaps a fairy godmother might come to her rescue. You have a kind heart, mademoiselle. Your papa would be proud. Stop fucking mentioning my papa. We go into like a state of wild depression every time he's fucking brought up. Now stand up straight. Let me have a look at you. All right? Just as I thought. You are growing taller. I am? Sarah looked down at herself. I don't feel any different. How much have I changed since I've been here? You are at that age, after all. I will have to alter a few things. How tall will I grow before I see my papa again? Well, I mean, it's not going to be 3 foot, is it? Oh, right. What do we need? We need belief and vigor. And vigor is just fucking impossible to get. It's that one. We need lots of that one. I got them, like, confused twice in a row, so we won't do that again. I'm doing this right? Yeah, because belief is religion. So that one, that one, that one, and then I guess we'll throw in 1 vigor there. No, double all vigor if we get fuck all vigor doesn't equal a lot of vigor, you know? So I guess we could have 1 tea party and hope we get lucky. Sure, let's do that. I need lots of belief, thank you. Oh my god, we got lucky. Oh my god, we got lucky again. Okay, this is terrifying RNG. And more belief. That's not as good, but... And vigor! We got lucky. Oh, always lucky. Feels good, man. Sarah, come and see... Oh, God, not you. A number of students were drawn to the sound of Ermengarde's excitement. It was not often that a girl would call for such attention in her bedroom, particularly not as quiet as Miss St. John. What is it? Look, through the window. That tree outside. Can you see it? It's a tree. Sure. From the door to the room, Lavinia smirked. I should hope that she can see the tree outside, or else she needs eyeglasses. Hush. What other glasses Whatever. What do you want me to see, Ermengarde? There's a nest in the branches there, and there are eggs in it. Soon there will be baby birds. That's darling, isn't it? Not if I fucking scramble them first. Probably not gonna scramble them. Babies? Oh, God, not you. Where? Must everyone come into my room? You were the one screaming. If you do not wish to attract attention in the future, do not bellow. Where are the babies? They're still inside the eggs, Lottie. There will be baby birds sometime in the future. I kept wanting to say they. Can baby birds see inside eggs? I don't know. No, I think they're asleep. Wouldn't it be wonderful to have a bird for a pet? You could feed it from your hand and it would sing to you. Look, you're 7. Shut the fuck up. Baby birds are not wonderful. They're horrible pink-skinned monsters with no eyes. Disgusting. Monsters? No, they aren't very pretty when they're born, but they change as they grow up. A lot of things do. Soon little birds are covered with fuzz all over. Fluffy chicks are adorable. But then they grow up and learn to fly. Even if I tried to keep a bird as a pet, it would probably fly away. There were people in India who would keep parrots as pet, not even in cages. They can be trained to ride on someone's shoulder. A fucking bird is different from a parrot, though, isn't it, Sarah? My papa knew a man who gave his bride to be a parrot that he taught to recite love poetry to her. Oh, God. Oh, imagine waking up at 5 a.m. to fucking love poetry because the parrot keeps bellowing out noise. Ugh. How romantic. Yeah, again, there's a reason you're 7, alright? It's not 7, is it? It's like... I actually know how old we are. 9, I guess? I don't... They probably told us. I don't think a bird is a very Is a very romantic gift. What if she didn't want a pet? What if it pulled her hair? Lavinia reached out and tugged a strand of Dressy's long red hair. Quack, my beloved is mine and I am hers. She feedeth amongst the lilies. Quack. Stop that. She swatted Lavinia's hand away. Are you going to take one of the eggs out of the nest and raise it? Oh, no, that wouldn't be right. Little birds need their parents to survive, do they? Jessie combed her hair back into place with her fingers. At least until their parents shove them out of the nest, birds do that, don't they? Do they, Sarah? Only when it's time for the young ones to learn to fly. After all, they can't stay eggs forever. Great. Right. I'm sorry, Lottie, but we need Billy for next fucking week, so we can't do you. Do we need Vigor for anything else other than Mariette? Because let's face it, we're going to go like all out on her once she's the thing, right? We should do anyway, and sort of mix it in with her. I can't bear to take more of her. That was a little painful. I did it jokingly, but God, it was worse than I imagined. Yeah, sure, you, whatever. Not hard to get, Vigor. Sarah lay on her bed, resting her cheek against the cool fabric on the pillow. The light of the mid-morning sun gleamed where it touched the surfaces to her room, gliding them with a fairy's brush. Perhaps if I stay long enough, I will catch sight of a fairy coming to visit me. Probably not going to happen. The next face she saw was not that of a visiting fairy. Do you try to catch your dreams, mademoiselle? I can leave you to sleep. I have tried in the past to go back into the same dream, but it never seems to work. It can if you sleep long enough, but I mean, now you appear to be standing up, so it's probably not going to work. Or if it does work, I can't remember it. You don't always remember in dreams. She shifted position, curling onto her side. I just don't feel like getting up today, I'm sorry. Man, the teacher has a point about being You can't be asked to get up? Oh, you're either ill or I hate you. Let me see. She laid her dark hand against Sarah's forehead. You may be a little warm, I cannot tell. Does your throat hurt? No, I'm only tired. It is better to prevent than to heal. I will fetch you some porridge and salt water. Oh, great. She bustled out of the room, leaving Sarah to contemplate in silence. I do hope that I am not ill. It would be most unpleasant. What an incredible English thing to say. I do not quite feel ill. As long as I think nice thoughts and I don't feel ill, then I am not ill, I think. That's not how that works. You're going to die with a mentality like that later in life. Many young people would have difficulty remaining in their beds all day unless they were too ill to do otherwise. It was easier for Sarah, who enjoyed spinning fancies in her mind. I do not truly need to leave my bed in order to play out stories. In fact, with Mariette to bring me food, I might never need to leave these rooms at all. So many things wrong with that sentence. Like a princess bricked up in a tall tower, the prisoner of a wicked regent who means for her to be forgotten so that he can steal her kingdom in peace. She would be diligent at her studies, even within her tiny bedroom, so that one day she could be rescued or escaped. She would be ready to take back her rightful lands. So just for this fantasy, you're never going to go back to your dad. I don't see this working. That was a diverting fantasy, but it led Sarah to a more practical curiosity. There was, after all, someone close to her who did spend most of her days within these rooms. When Mariette returned with her tray of tonics, Sarah asked, Mariette, what do you do during the days while I am away? Since she is my maid and not Miss Minchin, she should not be made to do other work, but she is always here when I need her, so she must not go anywhere else. Oh, many things. No, tell me, that's a cop-out answer! Fucking Mariette. She set the tray down. Oh, you're going to answer. I look over your wardrobe and check for anything that might need mending. I might do a bit of embroidery on my own. And I do read your books. That is how you wished it, yes? I did not think to ask each time that I... Oh no, I'm glad that someone else reads them. Yeah. Fucking Ermengarde doesn't. Someone has to share my pleasure. I have so many books, and some of them I only read once. I worry that they might feel neglected. I'm sure the pieces of paper can somehow not mind you flitting around occasionally. Sarah looked around the room at all her pretty things, the gifts from her papa. They were all precious to her, but if you wish to, it is all right if you play with my toys when I'm in my classes. I know that I can trust you not to break them. He's a bit old. But please make sure to leave Emily a little bit of private time when no one is watching her so that she can sleep and relax. You're so naive, so beautifully naive. If Mariette wished to laugh, she was too polite to do so. Merci, mademoiselle. Now sit up, if you please, and have a bit of breakfast. If you are too weak, then I shall have to spoon the porridge into you myself. I'm well, I'm wonderfully well. Are you sure you haven't got any carrots around? Like, 100, have you looked? We might need them. She laughed, for it was true. She did feel better. What do you fucking do? We also need to put that there. You might have accidentally seen that. Great. Alright, well, at least now we can go more Ermengarde. Oh, after this scene. Girls, gather around, if you please. Today I have a special outing arranged for your edification. Edification? I hope that means education and not that you're trying to make us edible. We will be attending the British Museum of Natural History. I've been there. Twice. Natural, does that mean plants? What the fuck is wrong? I hope not. There's nothing edifying about plants. You know, there's something really annoying about this little shit smug face. I don't know why, I just have an inherent dislike to anything overtly cute, okay? So these three, they're little girls, right? She's a little shit, she's dumb, and we're just, we're us, right? But looking at that, there's something, I don't know why, it just makes my blood boil slightly. I want to flex my muscles and hope that the anger goes away. It could be interesting to attend a museum of plants with people who know all about them and can tell their stories. You mean gardeners? Maybe we'll get out to play in a garden. Quiet now, form up, let's go. Someone tell her the dinosaur's real. Maybe we can frighten her to death and she'll never appear again. It's going to eat me! It is going to fucking eat you. It can't eat you, Lottie. It's not a real dinosaur. It's a former dinosaur. It's dead. It's going to fall on me! It is going to fall on you. Run away. I don't think it will fall. It's really rather interesting. It's a rather amazing find. It's disturbing. It's a monster. It's marvellous. Jessie shivered and took Lottie's hand in hers. Come on, let's go find something to look at that isn't dead. I think that everything in the museum maybe... Then we will look at the walls. They are rather pretty walls. You'll look at the exhibits with me, won't you, Sarah? Yes, of course. Where am I here? Also, I've just noticed something quite neat. The reflections actually work properly. Are you coming, Lavinia? That's not a slight at this game, it's a slight at others. No, I want to take a look at this a while longer. I'll catch up with you two in a few minutes. Are we just going to leave Lottie here to fucking shriek at it? Great. 2, you are here, aren't you? Right. Sarah wondered if this was the first time that Lavinia had ever preferred Ermengarde's company to Jessie's. Terrifying. Right, so we have all of this faux days, as the kids say. So we need vigor. So if we do a bunch of this, and then on the last day we get the vigor, does it work that way? I don't actually know. So say we get 6 of each, which is doable, right? And then here we get vigor. Does that also mean we get 6 vigor? Alright, we're going to find out. Okay, bad start. Well, we got vigor, that's okay. Well, that's not a good start. Okay, that's better. And now... Nope, that's the wrong one. Did we get any more vigor? I don't think we did. Oh, oh, okay, it's getting grace equal to the amount of vigor. Oh, I was reading it the wrong way round. Alright, well, whatever. We got 3 vigor. That'll do. Sarah was awoken from her sleep by the sound of knocking. Ah? Qu'est-ce que pas dire? It's alright, I'll get the door. Lottie? It was a fucking mistake indulging her that one time, okay? I'll admit it. Sarah! The younger girl clung to Sarah. And a bad dream, the monster was gonna hit me, and then I woke up and it was dark and I thought I saw something. Bones, there were bones in my room, okay, thank God, it's not because we went with her earlier. Shh, it's alright. Mariette, where are my slippers? The maid brought the fluffy white shoes for Sarah to slip her feet into. Where does the maid sleep? Is there a darker story here than I know? I will walk you back to your room and show you that it's safe. I think the idea was she wanted to sleep with you, but whatever. Why are we fully dressed? They went into the hallway together, 2 little girls in the dark. You're not mad? I woke you up. Well, I want to sleep, but you want to sleep too, and if you're too afraid, you can't sleep, but if I help you, then we both can. Lottie blinked her eyes a few moments, but said nothing. There we are, see, no bones, just a tree shadow. Right. She paused at the door. Sarah? I didn't really think there were bones in my room. I mean, I thought it, but I didn't really believe it was true. I knew it wasn't. I just wanted to feel better. I'm sorry. Sarah nodded slowly. Fucking need a cunt in the face. Probably can't do that. Sometimes when you pretend things, even if you know behind the doors in your mind that they're not quite real, they still feel as if they were. It isn't wrong to believe in what you pretend. Lottie smiled. I will pretend that I'm going to have good dreams. Well, not all dreams can come true, can they? That is a very nice thing to pretend. I believe I will too. And with that, she returned to her bed. That was that. Fuck it. I wonder if I can get into the game's code and delete all of Lottie's scenes from the game.